Good morning, everybody. And yes, it is morning this time I'm recording. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Lumber Tycoon 2. Today, as the name implies, we're going to go over the logic gates that you can get from Link's Logic. Obviously, you gotta hop on the ferry, take a ride across. The ferry is supposed to be right here at the end of the pier. It's not here at the moment. But you take that over, follow the road on the other side, you get to Link's Logic, and you can get all these electronic logic gates. Now, if you look at these, this is the signal inverter. Alright, this is your AND gate. This is your OR gate. This is your XOR gate, and I will explain what each one does. This is your signal delay. And the one at the end is a signal sustain. Now, the problem here is the signal delay and the signal sustain look identical. The only way to figure out what it is to hover over it and hit E, unfortunately. So, as a signal inverter implies, you can see, looking at it closely here, that this side is on and this side is off. And you can tell by the arrow on top the direction of flow intended for each device. And if you look at the AND gates and the OR gates, you see these symbols. This is an AND gate. You can tell the AND gate because it's got the straight line here. The OR gate has a curved line, and the XOR gate has a double curved line. That's how you can tell the difference between these. And those are industry standard electronic symbols for, like in a schematic. So if you look at a schematic and you see something like that, that's exactly what they're talking about, an AND gate or an OR gate. So to start with the signal inverter, we'll show you real quick what that does. Basically what it does, if on is off and off is on. So we'll just put a wire here, and we'll just run it to the switch here. And that's my son in the background. He's playing Zombie Rush. So there you go. It turns it on. We take a switch and we'll stick it over here. I'm going to move it this way a little only so we don't have to keep moving it every time we do a different gate. And we'll take a wire and we'll run it from here to here. Come on, line up. I hate when it fights at me like this. So there's our wiring, very simple. One end of the inverter out the other end. Switches off, as you can tell, because the wire is not blue, which causes it to invert off to on, turns the light on. I hit this, it is reversed. The switch is on, turns the light off. Very simple. So on is off, off is on. Now moving on to the AND gate. We're going to move this wire real quick. I'll wire this up real quick so you can see how it gets wired as well. The switch is on, as you can see, but that's not important at the moment. And we'll put this here and finish. And we'll take this wire and move it and stick it here. Obviously the light is still on. It's because the wire, as far as the server is concerned, is still there until I stick it here to finish. See, the light went out now. And we're going to need another switch. And we'll stick this one right here. I'm going to turn this one off for the moment. And let's grab another wire. And we go from here to here. Now an AND gate implies exactly what the name says, AND. So that and that need to be on in order to turn that on. So if we do this, one of them, nope, doesn't work. Turn on the other one. Oh, look, the light went on. So that's your AND gate. Both lines have to be positive in order to turn something on. how can you use that? Well, I use that on my main base as a alarm system for my my YouTube Hall of Fame room. What I did is I took one end and put it to a switch, and then the other end went to a pressure plate. Instead of going to a lamp, I went to a thing of fireworks. So what happens is they turn the switch on, makes one of the AND gates on, and then when you step on the pressure plate, it made the other end of the AND gate go on, and your fireworks went off, which was very useful if I was working somewhere else on the base, or even if I wasn't even on the base, I would know somebody went into my YouTube Hall of Fame room because my fireworks would shoot off. The drawback to that is if somebody stands on the plate and keeps jumping up and down, and it's going to go dwindle your money at $20 a pop as you go along. But it does when you got $6, $8, $10 million. You lose you lose $5,000, no big deal really. But if you got very little money, $1,000, $2,000, then you might want to be a little more careful with that. But the reason I did that is, like I said, one of them was a pressure plate and the other one was a switch. So if I turn the switch off, you can jump up and down on the pressure plate all you want. It's never going to trigger it. The whole idea was to actually just give it a way to turn it off. So if every time I went in and out of the room, or I showed somebody the room, I didn't have to worry about shooting rockets and wasting money. So that was what I used it for. I'm sure you can find other uses. What we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the OR gate. I will just change the wiring up here. E, move. This is the OR gate. Excuse me. And we'll stick this one right here. E, finish. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll find out. Move. So we'll put one wire here. We'll put the other wire here. Finish. E. Move. We'll put one wire here. We'll put the other one over here. E. Finish. See, I don't like the fact that that's not touching. I don't think that's going to work. No, it's not. I must have hit the ground instead of the connector. The little black thing. See, now I'm going to get it. And then we'll go over to here. Finish. Now, if this works, I might have to redo this wire. An OR gate says if one or the other or both are active, then it will work. I know that's a little bit confusing. No, we don't want to destroy that. Let's see. Toggle a switch. Okay, we have to fix the wiring over here. I had a feeling. I told you this wasn't going to work here. Move. We're going to go to here. And then we're going to go to here. E and finish. There we go. Now, so, like I said, an OR gate. So if we turn this one on, the light goes on. And you may have missed that. It's hard to tell in the daylight that the light is on, but I'll try and do this so it's in the screen. And we'll turn it off.
Oh, there's
Toggle
a fire
lever.
over there.
Come on, toggle.
Right there.
See, the light went off.
I see it right
Light
there.
went on.
Ah.
We'll turn this one off. And we'll turn this one on. And the light still goes on. So it doesn't matter which one is on. And like I said, if one is on or both, it's still on. Off and off. So you can use this as an OR gate, but both ends can be positive for it to work. So now we're going to move over to the XOR gate, which works a little bit differently. The X, I believe, stands for exclusive. Yes, I know exclusive starts with an E, but it's got that X sound in it. So I'm just going to move the switches over a little bit so we can keep going here. E. What can you use an OR gate for? Anything that you need where you want to meet one of two possible conditions. Um, I personally haven't found a really good use for it yet. I know there are. Nothing practical that I wanted to use it for. I've actually used the XOR gate a few times. Okay, we're going to wire this in and finish. And we're going to take this wire. And we'll take this wire and we're going to stick it over here. Sorry about that brief moment of silence. I had to answer my son because he was yelling for me. We're going to put this wire here and finish. And we'll take this wire, E, move. We'll put one end right back here. We'll bring the other end. Ooh, see, now this isn't OR, it's on. So when I connect this, the light turns on. Now, like I said, this is an exclusive OR, which means it's one or the other, but it cannot be both. This one, you could have both. This one, you cannot. That's the difference between the XOR and the OR gate. E, that one goes on. And we'll toggle this lever off. We'll toggle this lever on. It goes on. Now, if I try to put them both on, it goes off. Notice that. The light went off. I'll zoom out a little and I'll just show you real quick. Watch the light. Right now it's off. Now it's on because it meets the OR condition. And then it's off. And then we do both and it goes off again. So this isn't... I apologize for that. My son in the background is screaming. I had to mute the microphone for a moment. And now we're going to move over to the signal delay and the signal sustain. And they do exactly what you think their names say. One sustains the signal. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these switches out of here. And the other one delays the signal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a button now. Because the button will work for what I want. E, move. We'll wire this up. E, E, finish. So that end is lined up. And this one is the signal delay. Remember I said they look identical. So this means a delay. So that means when I hit the button, a certain number of units of time will pass before it passes the signal along to... Yes, again, that's my son Matthew in the background. He's playing Zombie Attack. So what we got here... Hold on one moment, please. I apologize one more time. Okay, this is the signal delay. We are going to... If you hit this button, it increases the delay. Right, this one's the delay? Yes. I keep getting screwed up in my head. So we'll put the delay up a little bit, just so you can see it. Now what'll happen is I'll hit this, E, push the button, see it build up, and then the light flash. Do you see the flash? I'll show you again. Oh man, this guy's gonna kill me. Okay, hopefully he's gone now. I'll come over to this angle. You'll see the blue right here. I'm actually gonna make this delay a little longer. I'll do the max. This way you can see the delay fill up and then trigger the light. Alright, here we go. E. So you build it up, gets to the top, the light flickers. That's what a delay does. That's what I used in my garage door video. I used a delay so it would not waste, but it would wait a certain amount of time before it triggered the garage door to close again after you open it. Now we're going to move over to the signal sustain. What the signal sustain does is it will allow a current to exist long after the button is pushed. And let's do this wire. E, move. We'll put this here. And this goes over here. Put this right here. Finish. Now what I'll do, again, you can control the setting on this. You know what, I'm going to move this switch over a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see everything. I'll put it over here. I will rewire this. Matthew, please be quiet, buddy. And we'll put it here. E finish. And now if you watch, I'll hit the switch. You'll see the build up here. And while it's building up, that entire time, the light should stay on. Unless I miswired it. See, the light stays on, goes down, and the light goes off. And as you know, the button... Oh, Matthew, you're having too much fun, buddy. As you can see, if you watch this wire, it only goes on for a second, see? But this stays on, stays on, stays on, turns off. So that's the purpose behind the signal delay. So that's it. Here's your inverter. This is your AND gate. This is your OR gate. That's your XOR gate. Notice the difference in the symbols. The straight line is the AND. The single curve is the OR. The double curve is the XOR. And then you got your delay and your sustain. And like I said, this sustain and delay will look identical. So be careful with them, otherwise you'll get them mixed up. I do it all the time. And the arrows on top show you the direction of flow. So what you want to trigger is on this side, and your result comes out the other side. Same thing for these. And what you want to trigger is on this side. In this case, it's a 2 input, and it comes out the single input. So again, the inverter on is off is on. The AND gate, this and this need to be true in order to make that light. The OR gate, this or both need to be true. The XOR gate, this or this, but not both, in order for it to be true and turn a light on. This is the delay. This is, I hit the button, and I will wait a certain amount of time based on my setting on the side here, and then I will turn the light, I will flicker the light real quick. This, okay, I got a signal. I will pass the signal through until my timer expires, then I will turn it off. So this will allow you to keep something on longer than just a quick flick. This will allow you to delay when something turns on, but it will just be a quick flick. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand the logic behind the Link's logic gates. Yes, that's a tongue twister. And please subscribe. Please. Oops. Okay, there we go. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please like. And please enjoy my videos. Hopefully you will subscribe. I really would love to have more subscribers. And everybody have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you again soon. Goodbye.